Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to give you a detailed introduction of the best-selling book The Memory Illusion by psychologist Julia Shaw. This book reveals how unreliable our memory can be, and explains why people who experienced the same event can have conflicting recollections. I think this book is worth careful reading for everyone, because it uncovers a fact. Our memory might be altered invisibly and unconsciously by the environment. I believe many friends have similar confusions. Why do I remember something from my childhood so differently from how my sister describes it? How come I feel like I remember things from when I was a baby, even though it's impossible to form lasting memories at that age? These confusions are related to the reliability of our memory. This book can help us understand what factors cause the inaccuracy in our memory, and how we should view this inaccuracy and better utilize our limited memory ability. Now let me summarize the main contents of the book in 3 parts. Part 1. Factors influencing memory. In this part, Julia Shaw lists 5 major factors that affect the accuracy of our memory to varying degrees. First, perception. Everyone observes the world differently, which determines what we remember. For example, a person with glasses sees a different world from someone without glasses, hence remembering different things. Second, arousal level. Strong emotions and trauma imprint very deep memories. For example, victims can usually remember the perpetrator's face very clearly. Third, attention. What you pay attention to is more likely to be remembered, while what you ignore is more likely to be forgotten. This is the famous change blindness experiment conclusion. Fourth, subjective bias. We tend to think memories that we consider important deserve better retention. This subjective bias also affects the memory process. Fifth, overconfidence. Don't overly rely on your memory. Your memory is by no means the equivalent of facts. Overdependence on memory can easily lead to mistakes. As you can see, there are many factors influencing our memory, most of which are mental activities that we can hardly notice. This is the fundamental reason why memory is so unreliable. Part 2. Ways to manipulate memory. Since our memory is so unreliable, can someone deliberately manipulate memories and plant false information in our mind? The answer is yes. This part of the book talks about 4 common means of memory manipulation. 1. Drugs. For example, by taking a drug called midazolam, people may forget experiences after ingestion. 2. Hypnosis and brainwashing. The effects of these 2 methods vary greatly among different people, only working relatively easily on specific groups. 3. Misleading memory retrieval techniques. Therapists may use this technique to implant some false memories of things that never happened. 4. Memory contagion. Effects of the internet. By sharing other people's memory versions on social media, your own memory can also be invisibly infected and unconsciously distorted. So you see, it's not difficult to exploit the loopholes in our memory system and manipulate memories. But the key is to be vigilant and not readily believe external information. Part 3. Ways to reduce memory illusions. Finally, faced with the uncertainty of memory, what should we do? 1. Don't overly rely on memory. Use more external memory storage tools like notebooks and phone apps instead of always trying to remember everything with your brain. 2. Be a rational skeptic. Don't think your own opinion is always right. Talk with objective facts and evidence. 3. Improve memory reliability through training. Reasonable use of memory techniques like the memory palace can help memory to some extent. 4. Learn to appreciate the uncertainty of memory. Inaccuracy in memory sometimes protects us as well, providing a degree of psychological comfort. This book makes us realize memory is such a tricky thing. It is volatile, fragile, and fallible, yet we rely on it to maintain a continuous sense of identity. Therefore, nurturing it well, using it wisely, and learning to appreciate its blurry and shifting beauty is a lesson we must learn in this age of information explosion. Okay, this is my detailed introduction of the book The Memory Illusion. Thanks for watching. Please feel free to share your thoughts in the comments. See you next time.